Hello guys, welcome to my channel. I'm working on this knotless braided wig. So I'm just going to show you how I attach the hair to the wig cap. I'm using a thread, brown thread, and I had to actually change it out. First I used a black thread, but then I realized because it's colored hair, the brown blends better with the to hide on the hair than the black. So I removed just the front ones because to go over all of that. So I did the front ones, and then I'm just gonna leave the ones that are in the back or the middle for the most part. So I'm gonna attach this right here, and you could just eye to see based on the back. I don't make it so I space it a little bit more, but I'm gonna fill some more in because usually when I'm doing it, what I do is I give it a good spacing, and then I go back to see what could take some more hair. You don't want to make it too full, so it's rather you space it in and go back and see what you need to fill in than make it too full and then you have to cut them out. Okay, so I'm gonna put this one right here, and I have my thread and needle, and I have my thread and needle ready to go. So I'm just gonna start stitching it, and then I'm gonna wrap it around twice to knot it. You see how perfect that blends in with the hair compared to the black. So I had to do over even around the closure, guys. I had black for some reason, I don't know why I wasn't thinking, and then I'm like, no, it's not blending in too good. So I had to go back, remove. I didn't take off the closure, I just stitched. I pinned it down and stitched and cut the black thread as I went along, and stitched, cut the thread, and then until I completely removed the black thread. So now I'm just gonna stitch this down here. Usually I just do a knot stitch all the way a few times. Just to make sure it's nice and tight. I'm gonna do it one more time. And then what I do, I take it under here to the side, to the bottom of the braid, and then I'm gonna knot it under here. And then I'm gonna cut that. And I'll move on to the next spot. So I'm gonna move on to my next spot, which is gonna be right here. So I'm gonna just knot this, guys, and then I'm gonna show you one more time what I do. Okay, so when I'm sewing this on here, I place my hair right here, make sure it falls right, and then I'm just gonna push my thread. Okay, I'm gonna knot 1, 2, wrap around. If you want to wrap around more than 2 times, that's up to you. I'm just gonna do the same thing about 3 or 4 times. Okay guys, I'm gonna show you how I'm doing this one. I'm gonna put this right here to fill in this space. Then I'm gonna go ahead and start stitching. Wrap it around twice, knot it, and then we're gonna do that about 3 more times, and then move on to the next one. And then I'm gonna take it under here. I'm gonna do one more time over here. I like when it has a uniform look. And then I'm just gonna put it under here, push it through here, guys. And then when you push it through here, you want to make sure it's gonna knot below the plait right there, so it doesn't show on top. And then I'm just gonna knot this here 2 times. And then I'm gonna cut and move on to the next one. So that's how it looks once you've filled in the space and it falls back, then it's nice and full. And then you could just search to see if there's any space, and that's how you know where you need to put one more. If you need to add any more, I think I'm gonna put one right here. Okay, guys, so what I do before I start my plait, after adding the Let's Jam to the hair, I sometimes rub it over here because sometimes it's frizzy, so I just rub it over the hair to tame it a little bit. And then I put them in order, so once I'm ready I could just grab it to use it, to add it to the hair. So I'm just running that through here. And then we're gonna go ahead and start for plait. We separate it in 3 pieces. So 1, 2, and 3 over here. And then we're gonna push this finger through here, go back here, and then we're gonna add the first piece of hair. So I'm just gonna throw it to the side and then wrap it around in this, and make sure I'm holding it with these 2 fingers. And then I'm gonna take this piece and then put it with this piece right here. And I'll try to make that slow for you guys. Then I'm gonna start my plait. Okay, then I'm gonna add another piece. Do the same thing. Put it right under here. Let's get that out of the way. Okay, and I'm gonna take this piece, put it here, continue my plait. I'm gonna add another piece. Swing it over here, make sure I lock it with these 2 fingers. And then I'm gonna take this piece, join it with this, continue my plait. Okay, then I'm gonna take, and this is gonna be my last piece for the top until I get to the bottom, where I'm gonna start adding some more just to make the hair a bit longer. Because what I did was the hair that I have in the back, this is like 30 inches and this is 28 inches. So I add here at the end to make it longer so it can match the length. Okay guys, and this is what our plait looks like. This is what our plait looks like. And see how that is uniform? Okay, so we're just gonna, and then what I do is I take a little bit more of the jam, just put it on here to make sure to lessen the frizz as I plait the hair together. Okay guys, so once I'm ready to add my hair, I just switch the position of my fingers, and I go like this, right? So I have the middle piece of my plait between these two fingers right here that I'm doing a tappy tappy with, and then this part is on the top, and then I have piece here. So I'm just going to take this here that I've already applied the jam to, and I'm going to go ahead and just put it right between these two fingers that I have the middle part of the braid in. And then I'm going to take this part and I'm going to lock it with this. And then I'm going to go like this. Basically I'm just continuing in my my braid. Okay? And you want to make sure you can't tell that there's an addition there. And as long as you can tell and it's nice and flat, then you just continue braiding. Okay? And that's how you extend the end of your hair. Okay guys, so now we're on to our next plait. So I'm just gonna lightly comb that out, and then I'm gonna add my jam here. Okay. And then I'm gonna start my braid. Remember, we're gonna take it in 3 pieces. 1, 2, 3. Then I'm gonna start and we're gonna start our braids. 1, 2, 3. Okay, try to make sure they're even, and then I'm gonna go like this, start my plait, and then when I'm on the second lap, I'm just gonna take the first piece of hair, gonna toss that and hold it with these 2 fingers as I showed you guys, these 2 fingers, and then I'm gonna take this one to join this one. Then we're gonna continue our braid. Then I'm gonna add another piece, and I'm gonna wrap it around here, put it between this finger, take this piece, join here, continue. Gonna take another piece, and we're doing 4 pieces, so I'm just gonna keep doing the same thing. Take this piece, join it here. And try to make sure your pieces are even, guys, to give you that uniform look. If one piece is bigger than the other, then your braid is gonna look off. So make sure the pieces you're adding to the top, they're even. And I try to hold it nice and tight to make sure my plait is nice and tight and it's not too loose where it's gonna frizz apart easily. When I'm braiding, I wrap my plaits really tight. So wrap. Okay guys, so we're gonna continue with our plait. And then now I'm gonna add the hair. I'm gonna change the position of my finger, and then I'm just gonna do the same technique, lock it in between these 2 fingers, and take this piece on top and continue my plait. Then take my finger back in this position so I can braid faster. And we're finished. Just gonna plait it to the ends. And it extends the hair. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna hot water the hair, and then, but I won't be doing the back because as I told you, that came already braided. So I'm just gonna hot water the top that I did with the loose hair, and then do my baby hair, and then we're finished. Okay, and I also have to trim up on the top as well, the frizz that I have there, because even though you use the jam and you pat neatly and stuff, you're still gonna have a little bit of flyaways. So this is our finished product. So now we're just gonna take this the spongy off, and then we're just gonna mousse the hair and leave it to dry. Okay guys, so this is our finished look. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and please remember to like, share, and subscribe.